Okay, what's up, guys? It's Jakob Slim, Dutch national champion and record holder in the squat, deadlift, and total. Today I have to squat, bench, and deadlift. First squats, then bench, then deadlift. The plan today is to squat at home, bench at the gym, and deadlift back at home again. So we'll see how everything goes. I've got to build up to a top set of 5. I'm hoping I feel good. Hoping I can load up pretty heavy today. It's my week 4. But again, taking it pretty easy in this period of time. If my body's not doing it, I'm not going to try to force it too crazy much. Like, I'm not going to take risks, if that makes any sense. There's no sense in doing that. But we'll see. I'm hoping I feel good. My training's been going pretty well in squats, so we'll see what I load up. Okay? I'm going to get right into it. It'll be probably 120, 170, 220, and then kind of see from there. Okay? Peace. And start to practice from there. Not all back. Taking back and the cushions. Okay, so my top set of 290.5 kilos, 640 pounds. For the goal was to do a set of 5. It didn't go to plan. I only did 3 reps. Not too disappointed in that, though. I kind of made the decision. I felt like 4 might have been possible, but extremely hard, and that would have still been undershooting or sort of not hitting the goal of 5. So 3 is also not there. But I sort of made that decision because I'm planning on just repeating this block with a slightly higher start position and aiming for 290 to 300 for 5 with heavier secondary day. In fairness to this day, this is the heaviest I've ever squatted for reps with such a light secondary. Normally speaking, when I've hit weights like this, my secondary days in 260, 270, usually actually much more like 265, 275. And so it's only been, because it's been doing more sets on my secondary, it's only been, this week it was 250. So just the supporting weight and the supporting work to the top sets, there's a huge gap there, and for me that can have a huge sort of huge negative repercussions for my ability to move big weight. I unracked the 290 today, just felt kind of heavy on my back. As a result, I kind of stood a little bit less wide than I might have otherwise, which makes my movement a little bit less efficient. There's sort of a position, my sticking point today, where if I stand a little bit wider, I don't quite have that sticking point. I'm more able to power through it and just sort of drive my hips through that position. And instead, I kind of have to do it like a good morning squat save through that position. But yeah, really just insane weight. So anytime I'm doing these kinds of weights for reps and it works and it goes relatively decent, I'm not too upset. So 640, 290.5 kilos for threes, like still huge, still a big weight. So I'm not too upset. But now it's time to head over to the gym, hit a bench. My goal is to do a single 190. I'm a little curious how I'll feel based on sort of my squat not feeling the strongest today. And my last bench day not going quite well. Curious how I'll feel. Really hoping that I can still take a 190 and then really lock in the next week and just sort of make sure my days go better and focus out more on sort of my recovery and fundamentals and some upper accessories to try to make sure that the following Sunday SBD can go well, where I hope to do 195. So we'll see, but we'll take it by ear. No real pressures. Bench has been feeling a bit better lately, but it's been the lift for the past, I think pretty much this whole year that's been feeling the most off. But recently it's been feeling decent. So we'll see. We'll just see. And then we'll head back home after that for Deads. I think I've said that already though. But yeah. Next thing you'll see is 70, 120, 160, 180, 190, hopefully. And then some back downs with 170. And I'll be back here. Maybe I won't even do an outro there. Okay. Peace. So one of the things I'm going to do today, I'm telling you this as well so you can hold me accountable to it, and I'm just going to try it out, is I think recently I've been trying to do too much of like, instead of keeping bring my chest up, I've been trying to like retract my shoulder blades and my shoulders and stuff, where I think, if I remember correctly, like to last year, I'm like trying to bench again like I did last year when it was going well, but I wasn't doing it on purpose. Like I wasn't aware of why it was working last year, so I'm trying to get back to there again with a stronger body, but not knowing how to get into those positions. And one of the things I want to try today and really focus on is instead of bringing my shoulders back, sort of keeping the pressure on my upper back, but not retracting my shoulder blades. So yeah. So just sort of being here, much more passively and unracking. And I think that'll allow my path to the chest with the bar to be more fluid. I feel like I've been fighting positions recently instead of just feeling strong, having the weight feel light in my hands. Like a year ago, everything felt light in my hands. I would fail it on strength, but it would feel light on unrack. Now things are feeling heavy to unrack and heavy through different positions, even if I'm making reps. And I think that tip just might be the trick to benching a bit better. So I'm going to try that today. I mean, I got to bench 190, so it might not be the best day to do experiments, but I think that this is a good experiment. I mean, I'll be interested how 120 feels, but that felt a lot more natural than...
If you can see, there's 190 on the bar. He's going to bench this and he's going to use his new technique, so let's see how it goes.
Positions feel a bit rusty benching like this, but feel pretty strong. Like what I said is I felt like I could have maybe lost that rep if I like paused a little bit longer. Or felt a little weird in some positions, but a little like rusty, as I just said. But on unrack, felt like nothing in my hands, which is dope. Time for back down. I did that first set of back downs while still having the same song playing that I did my 190 on. So it's like, this is how I feel. Like, I'm a bit rusty, as I said, with positions and stuff. But I think today, like, that felt good. Like, normally speaking, if I'm doing this kind of technique, I can absolutely crush through bench sessions. And that's something that's been aggravating me also lately, is because I haven't been feeling very confident on bench technique-wise. Sessions have been taking longer, where normally I can like warm up to 180 in like 5 minutes, just like load, bench. And as a result of that, like I've been having to take longer rest periods between warm-ups, let alone working sets. And so hopefully this is a step in the right direction, also for benching more, but also for being able to train faster, which has been something that's been aggravating me a bit, low-key.
Are you going to bench?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you, bye-bye.
And 1, 2, 3, go. Da 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 da. Pita puta pa pita pa. Pi da 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 da. Pa da 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 da. Pita puta pa. Okay, let's go. Oops.
The fact that that still like went better than sometimes, despite it hitting the rack so egregiously, that feels kind of good. I think it caught it. Like I fucking clipped the rack. Sorry, I shouldn't curse, but I clipped the rack so bad I pushed the whole rack up slightly, but it still went pretty good. Or pushed the whole rack over. Nice, time to deadlift. Okay, so it's time to deadlift. The first, what am I saying? The goal today is to do sets of 3. I have 320 kilos in mind, 705 pounds. A bit of my dilemma now is how I'm going to work my way up there. Part of me just wants to do plate jumps all the way to 320, but I don't know how fast 270 has to move to make that happen. I'm going to follow my feeling. It'll probably be what I end up doing, even if it's reckless and stupid. Yeah, so it'll probably be 120, 170, 220, 270, 320 for sets of 3. Okay, you'll see how that goes. Peace. I decided that I'd go from 120 all the way up to 220 actually. You know, that I had like one decent deadlift day and I'm absolutely crashing out as a result last week. Whereas like, yeah, it means I'm feeling confident and good on pulls lately. We'll see how this goes, but that means I'm feeling pretty decent, I guess.
I like you, I am the problem. Hashtag, if you want a problem, also benign me. You want to step out, you want to cry. What bars let a brother come try me? What? We thought I weren't grimy. What? Didn't know I'd get lively. That's kicks in my combat. Please don't put no coke in my cognac. Rude myself, I ain't on that. Yeah, pull it up, rewind it. All the gun talk, I don't even mind it. Guess who's got the headline? You only got it cause I declined it. Lost my phone, to find it. Never been a flute, man, I came. Man, them a shop, better watch the flow now. And if it's my man, so you man got that ton of finance. Like, what's this? Rent this thing by your own. You got things to sting by your dome. Who want me to send with them, mind the throne. Cliche represents cliche one, you done with that, bro. One's a Bible. Yeah, go boss, you gonna like around and get ash on me. That's 5,000 capacity. 5,000 capacity. Then spread that over the UK and then add it up and get back to me. You pussies look back for me. Mad, they go mad for me. You up like a good and clashing me.
Not bad, honestly.
Charge me up.
Okay, so I don't have the mics on, so I'm going to stay pretty close to the camera. That was my fourth set of 3. Honestly, feel pretty good. I know I can keep going theoretically, but I decided before that last one that would be my last one. I really wanted it to go well, but didn't chalk up my fingertips for my straps, which I had done for the other sets, and it just caused this slippage, a little too much slippage, and so I had to reset, and the set didn't go as good as I think it could have, but still pretty happy. It's reps at 320, reps at 705. To do 4 sets of 3 this stage of prep, and having not felt tremendously strong for a little while there, this feels awesome to be doing this. Yeah, no real huge takeaways. I just don't really want to destroy myself today. I'm just thinking about the long term rather than the day. It's decently late. It would delay eating dinner and just getting done with my day. So, feel pretty positive about the whole day. Yeah, I mean, to have 320 feel pretty routine again, feels pretty fantastic. It was just a simple change in narrowing my stance slightly again, and I feel fantastic. I feel like a deadlift machine again, I feel like my old self, which is fantastic. Yeah, so not a lot to say, but I'm pretty amped up for deads at least. And bench, I felt like I learned something today. Needed to push accessories a bit harder and work on refining that technique that I did today. Felt a little rusty, but felt extremely good. Squats went okay. It's an 800 kilo total that I did 800 and a half with working sets on deads and a triple on squats. So it's pretty solid, feeling pretty positive. 15 weeks out of my next comp. Just gotta keep building, okay? Peace.